Our weekly immigration news roundup is brought to you by the law firm of Figueroa and Associates. For consultation on any immigration or legal matter, please call 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. For full stories and more immigration news, visit www.theimmigrantsjournal.com. That's www.theimmigrantsjournal.com.
Hello, my name is Mary Campbell, legal assistant at the law firm of Figueroa and Associates, and your presenter with this week's immigration news. We begin with Trump ICE head Homan on second-term mass deportations. They ain't seen shit yet. At the National Conservatism Conference this week, a gathering of paleoconservatives explicitly embracing nationalism. Former ICE Director Tom Homan reiterated Donald Trump's second-term plans for mass deportations, the most consequential immigration and economic topic of the campaign. Trump comes back in January. I'll be on his heels coming back, and I will run the biggest deportation force this country has ever seen. They ain't seen shit yet. Wait until 2025. Homan, as well as Trump himself, also has made clear that the mass roundups and deportations would be unsparing, saying on prior occasions, people need to be deported. No one should be off the table. In addition to Homan's quotes, the larger conference itself and its espousal of unfiltered Christian nationalism by leading Republicans and right-wing figures was chilling. Immigrants do not displace U.S. workers or reduce wages. A new National Bureau of Economic Research working paper confirms that immigration continues to benefit American workers. The study finds that recent increases in immigration to the United States correlate with more jobs and higher wages for U.S.-born workers. Even when these two groups, immigrants and the U.S.-born, have similar education and age, their employment in the labor market shows a significant degree of complementarity, implying that they do not compete for jobs, but rather the employment of one group helps the productivity of the other, the authors write. Meanwhile, in New York, city budget restores funding for community interpreters. After the city's reporting on violations of language access laws by city agencies, the mayor's new budget has restored $3.8 million for the Language Justice Collaborative, a community-based program to provide in-person interpretation services to city agencies. The Language Justice Collaborative, set up to create a network of multilingual New Yorkers for translation services, was initially authorized in December 2022 with a $3.8 million allocation for 2023. Although it was omitted from the mayor's fiscal year 2024 budget, Queens Council members Julie Won and Sandra Ung, along with community groups, succeeded in securing funding for the program in the 2025 budget. Federal civil rights complaint demands investigation into abuse against hunger strikers at New York ICE jail. Around 40 individuals detained at the Buffalo Federal Detention Facility, New York State's largest immigrant detention center, went on a hunger strike to protest the facility's policy and practice of locking people in their cells for approximately 18 hours per day and the discontinuance of free phone calls. ICE officials responded to the hunger strike by threatening and using physical force against the strikers said in a newly filed civil rights complaint. ICE allegedly locked them in their cells for extended hours and denied them access to their jobs, recreational activities, and the law library. Every child in New York City has a right to public school education, regardless of immigration status or language. Early Learn, 3K, and pre-K programs are available for children aged 6 weeks to 4 years. All NYC residents have the right to attend public school from age 5 until graduation or until the end of the school year when they turn 21. In other news, Chinese migrants deported on first large flight from U.S. since 2018. Over the weekend, a group of migrants was deported to China on the first large charter flight to the country since 2018, according to a statement from the Department of Homeland Security released on Tuesday. The department indicated that it is collaborating with Beijing officials on additional removal flights, but did not disclose the number of migrants on the recent flight. The Associated Press reported that the plane carried 116 individuals. Extension and redesignation of Yemen for TPS. The Department of Homeland Security, DHS, announced the extension and redesignation of Yemen for Temporary Protected Status, TPS, for 18 months, from September 4, 2024, through March 3, 2026, with a notice published in the Federal Register. The extension of TPS for Yemen allows current beneficiaries to re-register to retain TPS through March 3, 2026, if they otherwise continue to meet the eligibility requirements for TPS. Existing TPS beneficiaries who wish to extend their status through March 3, 2026, must re-register during the 60-day re-registration period that runs from July 10, 2024, through September 9, 2024. The redesignation of Yemen for TPS allows additional Yemeni nationals and individuals having no nationality who last habitually resided in Yemen to file initial applications for TPS if they established residence in the United States on or before July 2, 2024, and have continued to reside in the United States since then, continuous residence. Finally, census data reveals Hispanic population fueled 71% of U.S. growth from 2022 to 2023. Census figures show that the Hispanic population contributed to 71% of the overall U.S. population increase between 2022 and 2023. Thank you.
Our weekly immigration news roundup is brought to you by the law firm of Figueroa and Associates. For consultation on any immigration or legal matter, please call 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. For full stories and more immigration news, visit www.theimmigrantsjournal.com. That's www.theimmigrantsjournal.com.